Mark and Sue remember the early years of their marriage. Living in Colorado, they couldn't find full-time work and had to rely on temp jobs to get by.
We were doing really, really poorly as far as being able to pay the bills.
Then one night, Mark heard a message from a preacher on television.
He was teaching about tithing, and I really felt the Spirit of the Lord convicting me that this is something to do in obedience to Him.
Sue, on the other hand, wasn't so sure.
You know, why would I tithe when we don't even have any money?
The only money they had was the loose change they kept in a jar. They prayed about it, and although Sue was still frustrated and worried, she agreed.
I took the jar of change, dumped it out, and began counting it.
That's all we had left to buy some bread and groceries, and that's what we were going to tithe out of.
They were still counting out the change when Mark took a phone call.
After I hung up the phone, I went in, I said, "Sue, you're not going to believe this. That was a job offer, and I start tomorrow morning." And she just looked at me like, "What?"
It was a full-time position that more than covered their expenses and launched Mark into a career in IT.
That just pretty much settled it for me as far as tithing. I got the concept from God right there.
Even before we actually tithed, we had just made the commitment, the Lord again showed, yes, this is exactly where your heart needs to be, and you need to trust me.
Mark and Sue have been tithing ever since, no matter what the challenges, and God has always been faithful. Mark still enjoys a successful career in IT that has landed the couple in Anchorage, Alaska.
As we surrender more and more to Him, and tithing is I think, a beginning part of that He rewards.
They also support CBN. Sue loves how Operation Blessing provides clean drinking water to desperate people around the world.
How many children's lives were spared because they drank healthy water. So that really, really meant a lot to me.
Mark says their faith has grown as they've trusted God through tithing.
Tithing is teaching us to trust Him, that He is faithful, that He is God. What we think of as money, it's all His. And He says, test Him in this. See if I don't pour out blessings upon you. And He has with us.